So we're looking at calculating percent by volume concentration. So this is just like how you would calculate your test mark. Say you got 8 out of 10 on an exam. You would go 8 out of 10 times 100 to get your percent, right? And that would give you 80%. So it's the same idea, but we're looking at the percent of the solute, the volume of the solute, all over the total. In this case, is not the test mark, it's the total volume. So this actual equation is found on page 10 in your data booklet right here. And so you don't have to memorize the equation, you just need to know how to use it. So we're going to take that equation. So our percent volume looks like this, and it's the volume of the solute divided by the volume of the solution. And the solution, remember, you have to watch out, it's going to contain the volume of the solute plus the solvent. So don't forget to add them together if they happen to be separate. And these volumes need to be in the same unit. And when I say that, I mean if one's milliliters, the other one has to be milliliters. If one's liters, they both have to be liters. Okay? And then you're going to multiply by 100 to turn it into a percent, just like you did for your test mark. All right, so remembering that you can find this formula on page 10 of your data booklet. It's a good way to use your data booklet. We're going to try a first practice question. So, example 1. In this question, we have a hair product that requires us to combine 20 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide with enough water to produce a solution with a total volume, okay, there's our hint, total volume of 120 milliliters. What is the percent by volume concentration of this solution? All right, so let's take our formula from our data booklet. Percent volume equals the volume of the solute divided by the volume of the solution, and that's my little short form for solution, times 100. So we are given 20 milliliters of our solute. That's going to be mixed with the water. So we know our volume of our solute is 20 milliliters of the hydrogen peroxide, and our total volume of solution is 120.0 milliliters. They give us in the same units, which is awesome. We're going to multiply by 100. And I'll grab the calculator real quick. And then multiply by 100. So 16.6666%. And we're going to round that off. We have 3 significant digits and 4 here. So 3 is our minimum. So we're going to round this off to here. And because 6 is the next digit, that 6 is going to round up. So 16.7%. So that's our percent volume. Now let's take another look at the next question here. Example 2. Make sure it's visible. Example 2. A mosquito repellent says that DEET makes up 45% of the total volume. If you have a 75 milliliter sample of the repellent, what is your volume of DEET in the sample? So this time we're finding the volume of DEET, which is the solute. So let's rearrange our equation so that we can find something else in this equation. So we've had the setup of our equation that looks like this. Percent volume on one side, our volume of solute, our volume of solution, times 100. Now, let's move that 100. If we have times 100 here, we're going to divide both sides by 100. So we're going to divide both sides by 100 on both sides. So it's going to look like this. So we're going to have our percent volume all over 100. And then our volume of solute divided by our volume of the solution. Now, because we're dividing both sides by 100, that gets rid of our 100 here. So this is our new formula now, and this is great because we can do some cross-multiplying using this formula. So let's test it out with our example 2. So we have a repellent that says DEET makes up 45% of the total volume. So that's our percent volume. So we're going to put that in here, 45.0. I'm replacing that, keeping the 100, equals the volume of the solute. So it says if you have 75 milliliters sample of the repellent, what is the volume of DEET? So we're looking for the DEET, which is the solute in this amount. So we're looking for the solute, so we're going to leave that. And our volume of the solution is the 75.0 milliliters. Now we're going to do some cross multiplying. So we're going to go 45 times 75, 45.0 times 75 milliliters equals 100 times the volume of the solute. Do a little math here. 45 times 75 is 3375, and we have 100 times of V still on this side, the volume of the solute. Now let's move up here. Let's get volume of solute all by itself. So we're going to divide both sides by 100. Divide by 100. And I'm going to have to carry this on down here. 33.75 equals the volume of our solute. Now, we had the units of milliliters, so these will be milliliters for our volume of solute. And in our question, we only had 3 significant digits in both of our numbers. So this number here can only have 3 significant digits. So I'm going to have to round it. 33.8 milliliters is equal to the volume of the solute, which is DEET.